Hey girl, it's Mara back with another video, and if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button if you like what you see. And like I always say, don't be scared to fall because you may fall into a better situation. I like to feel like I'm a part of that better situation. You're already here, so you might as well subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into the video. I always said that I'm gonna keep my videos short, nice and sweet, but I don't think that I ever do. So, yeah, this is some 1800, so I may be a little buzzed. But today, this video is just gonna be simple. Telling a story time about my first boyfriend. So a little background on my situation when it comes to boyfriends. So I never had any gay encounters or whatever. Guys that would come at me, I would quickly turn them down. And when I say that I didn't have any gay encounters, it's because I didn't want to. And I just didn't feel like that was me. I did battle it for a long time, but when I was dating women, I was completely devoted to dating women. I never dibbled and dabbed in both. I was never that type of person, and after like kind of being with females for so long, I forgot about that gayness that I had in me that happened when I was younger. Cause I felt like that happened and it was like over with. And for a long time, I forgot about that situation. And I buried it. Like in my mind, it did not exist. And I didn't want to face facts that had happened to me. Whenever a gay guy or anybody came at me, I would, block them. I didn't want any type of gay encounters. And it has stuff to do like with religion and stuff like that, just keeping me from wanting to even interact with stuff like that because I didn't even want to go. I didn't want to go to hell or anything like that. And people had, their assumptions. Everybody knows, everybody knows, but they didn't know for sure. I'm gonna say that because I don't know. I can't speak for everybody. When I was with these females, I actually liked these females. I actually had love for these females. I was actually in love with these females who were actually doing stuff. I separated from the females, and then there was just this point in time where I was single. I'm just bouncing around. Nobody really in the picture. And then boom, this boy comes along and it brings up all these feelings from the past, all of this that, I had been trying to suppress. But when he came along, I felt that he was more easier to access. My brother was in this dance group, not in the dance group. My brother is a rapper and he had these dancers. And I hope that people from my hometown, because people from my hometown, they gonna know exactly who I'm talking about. But I don't think that matters because I think he's out. I don't know. I heard that he posted something. I don't know. We don't talk, but I don't know. I'm gonna tell the story. So the TV is so loud. Excuse the TV. Excuse the TV. So my brother at the time did not have a phone, and he would use my phone sometimes to kind of get in contact with these people so they can arrange and stuff. Don't ask me why my brother didn't have a phone, but he didn't have a phone. One of the dancers takes my phone looking for my brother. I don't know how, I cannot remember how this conversation went. Normally I would remember stuff like this, but I know he was asking for my brother, and then I was like, he's not here. And then we just started texting. And I don't know if he knew that it was my phone or whatever, but I texted back and I was like, he's not here. This is his little brother, blah, blah, blah. And the conversation went into something else. We exchanged nudes at some point, and this was my first time like interacting with the gay stuff. And I liked it. I knew right then and there that this was me. This was who I was. In a very short period of time, I was ready to, be with him. Would dance with my brother and stuff. Danced really good, had a nice body. He played football and stuff like that. I was head over heels for this guy, and at the same time, he was head over heels for me. When I would go to school, I'd be outside of our class, and when I would come through the hallways, I'd be standing in the hallway sometimes because I knew he'd walk through. He'd try to walk through so that he could see me, and he would come by, and he would just kind of walk by and just wink at me. And I remember I would melt so bad, it's something about the high school sweethearts. Everything about it just seemed so surreal. We were always on the phone. We would always be texting. I would go to my aunt's house because my aunt stayed down the road from him. And I would walk over there. She'd be like, where you going? I'd be like, I'm going to my friend's house, we're going to dance together. That was my excuse. I wasn't over there dancing. But he would dance sometimes. He could dance really, really good. And at the time, I wasn't a bottom then. We both we kind of ran over the fact we never had sex. We did a lot of oral, we did a lot of kissing and stuff like that, but we never had sex. I think we both identified as first, even though I had never bottomed before. I was open to it because I was open to it because I didn't even know, like this was so new to me. I didn't even know what I was, but I wanted to be open to it for him. And I think it was the same thing with him. I don't know if he had any previous, relationships or entanglements or any type of gay encounters, but for me that was my first time, and I didn't even know what I was. I didn't know if I was a bottom or top or first. I knew what they were, but I didn't know. I'm going over his home more often, chilling with him and his friends and stuff, and we be kissing and stuff. I was just spending so much time with this boy, like, and I can remember being just so happy, like, so just head over heels and just like I had never felt this way like with females. And the thing is, I never had any issues with the females or anything like that. Like I did my part. We both were so submissive. We both cared about each other a lot. It's crazy because to this day I still remember his birthday. We go on and we go on and we have our encounters and we talk, etc., etc. My mother passed away. And I remember it was one of the most toughest times in my life. And in the midst of that going on, you know, he was my everything. And I lost her. And then, it was him. I had my stepsisters that I was so close to. It was just hard. But he was literally there for me the whole time. Like he was literally there for me the whole time. That's one thing I can say about him. He was literally there for me the whole time. He stayed on the phone with me and was like he showed so much remorse for my situation. And I to a certain extent I think he played a part in making that so much easier because I was so happy with him. I was so happy with him, and not to say that he could amount to the love that I gave my mother, but he kept my mind off of it long enough to get me back to my senses. And I remember my mother, she would drop me off over there at his house, at his mother's house and stuff. My mother and his mother knew each other and stuff like that. My mother would drop me off. She never questioned it. She was like, "You going to your friend?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to my friend's house. We're going to go to the movies and stuff like that." We went to the movies with each other. We held each other's hands in the movies. I completely forgot about that until now. We did go to the movies with each other. And I remember we went to the movies with another friend of his, a real girl that liked me so fucking much. And she came to the movies with us and she wanted to sit next to me. She did sit next to me, but he sat on the other side. I remember we held hands the whole fucking movie and we was hiding from her. But my mother passed away and stuff like that. Months go by. I go to my mother's funeral, and this is where my gay uncle comes into play. My uncle Jeremy. He's my blood uncle. This is my real uncle. I fill him in on the encounters that I'm having with this guy. And he's just basically just filling me in on the gay lifestyle, dushing and, relationships and love and, just everything that he can tell me. I'm venting to him. This is like a different lifestyle for me. On top of that, I'm going through losing my mother and the situations that came with that. And at the same time, I'm finding myself. But I remember telling him, I want to come out. I want to come out. I feel like I want to come out. And he was like, no, I don't think you should do it. I think you should do it after high school. I don't want you to feel any of that pressure, anything like that. And, I held out for 2 months. My mother passed away June 24th, 2014 at 8:16 p.m. September 24th, I came out. I still have the status. I still have the picture. I remember somebody just calling me a faggot. And I just felt so bad. Like, I felt so horrible on the inside. And I can't remember who it was or whatever, but At this time, when stuff spread in school, stuff spread. But through the midst of all this going on, he was just by my side. And it was coming out, he was by my side and everything. I remember all of this going on and the relationship going well, and I just got so much love in my heart for this guy. It had been almost a year. I think, no, it was over a year. It was over a year. And I remember I get a text from him saying that, oh my God, my mother saw our text messages, and my heart sunk in my chest. And I remember replying to him saying, "You're playing." And he was like, "No, I wish I was. She saw our messages." And from that point on, the conversation was me basically trying to tell him that it's all going to be okay, and trying to convince him that he was so scared and he didn't know what he was going to do or what was going to happen. But it all basically unfolded, and she basically made him stop talking to me for like a good minute. She was making him go to church on Sundays and Wednesdays. She got his number changed so that he wouldn't talk to me and stuff like that. And from that point on, the relationship just faded. And I remember just crying so much and just being so heartbroken that, I was so happy and it just came to an end. But that's the end of the story, you guys. We never talked anymore after then, and that was like 7 years ago. If you guys like the story, or you can tell me guys what you think down below. Stay safe, stay flawless, keep it cute, enjoy life. Oh, wait, I forgot. Oh my gosh, I forgot. The song that I want to put you guys onto is the Billie Eilish song, Your Power. And I really, really love this song. I tend to like anything Billie puts out. I was gonna do a reaction to the video, but I couldn't wait. So I didn't do it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time in the next video. Be safe.